First, it would help if I got myself off of mute, right? But we're back at it again because we're going to figure out what's going on. And I don't want people to think that I'm trying to sugarcoat everything and trying to make it seem like, everybody's just innocent and oblivious to what's really going on. So we're going to look a little bit into who is Felicia. Who is she as a person? I feel like I didn't pull up one thing that I needed to pull up. But I did have to censor some things. And like I said, I will put the unedited version on my community tab just in case, it's not able to be put on here because there is some nudity and there's JJ's just shaking out there. And I don't really want to put that out here. So I'm going to let you guys know I'm not looking at the chats and stuff right now. I'm writing them all down. But my next live tomorrow, I will tell you guys about who got tickets from all these different lives and things like that. And I'm going to put them all together. So if you got it from 3 of them, I'm going to let you know all together. So let's see who we got in the building because we're not going to do the 2 hours we did last time. I need to learn how to do these chapters. Maybe my boy right here behind the bar can teach me. Do you know how to do chapters? If you do, let me know. Oh, you waiting on pictures? I got you. I thought you was trying to use what you had, but I can definitely take pictures, but I do want to go to the beach with those. And for those of you guys that don't know, behind the bar, I'm going to pull up some of your merch on here. I'm going to see if I could do it. If you could just send it to my, what you want me to put on my IG, that'll be easier. Or between this, I'm going to have to find it. But you guys go ahead and support Behind the Bar. Like, ever since I met him, honestly, like, he's been very supportive. I've been supporting him. A lot of people talk a lot of shit about Behind the Bar. But yeah, he is a piece of shit. But he's a cool piece of shit to me. Like, he's never done anything to where I feel like, people should like excommunicate him or nothing like that. It's just all in fun and games of YouTube and the YouTube culture. He actually does speak on a lot of good topics. So I do like Behind the Bar. If I didn't, you guys know I like him. I like him. Some other people out here, I'm like, I wouldn't even do it. So let's see who else we got in the building. We got Michael in the building, my bro, Oscar, Preach, Christina. What you talking about? Peace. I like that one. Piece of shit. That's what I'm gonna do for you. Because you know what I always do for him? I do that little, I can't put it on here. Behind the Bar, if you can put that little green emoji I put for you, like slime, but it's really like a little whatever. Put that on there. But yeah, piece of shit. I'm getting an exam on a Friday. Ooh, I'll help you set it up. I got some videos I'm going to put of my tanks. You guys know I'm like an animal freak. I got a lot of animals in here, but that's not what we're talking about today. So when we're starting off with, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show this from the last live that I just did. I want to get this rumor hopefully cleared out of here about people being, for sure, she traveled to Houston with a group of friends. A group of 4 is what I keep hearing. And it's just like, I think you guys wasn't paying attention to this video. But if there are videos, I really want you guys to let me know and show me what I'm missing, because I don't see anything but this of why people could think other people were there with her. So I'm going to go ahead and play that for the start off, and we're going to go from there, y'all. Because we're not going to sugarcoat nothing. We're going to keep everything facts over here. And it is what it is. If you was shaking what your mama gave you, it is what it is. She is from San Diego, where I am from. And like I said in my last live, she has pictures from the same photographer I get my pictures taken from. I might pop some of mine on here. I don't know. I might do it on another live where I could kind of blur it out a little bit, because this is not my scene currently. I'm not going to be like, okay, I'd never do it ever again in my life. No. It is an amazing thing. It is a way to make money. As long as you do it right and not let it lead to street activity. Do I knock the people that do that out there? No. You do what you need to do, whatever. But my thing is, don't bring it into facilities where that's what it's not supposed to be about. But there are a lot of clubs that mix them together. I don't get down like that. I don't appreciate it because it messes with those that are strictly there to entertain, to do shows. It messes with those type of girls' money because there's multiple clubs where you don't even have to take off anything. You can literally be in a bikini and do a full stage shed. And if you have that talent, it's good. And I've been in a lot of those situations, and it's just a way of making money. I can tell you guys, I have had times where I've had to like literally snatch girls up, like in the middle of a blowjob session, snatch them up by their hair, and I'll drag them out of the booth and we'll get down in the back. Because to me, now you messing with my money because you're out here giving BJs for $20 or what I call machine money. Let me smaller this before, but what I call machine money. So in clubs where, like I was telling you guys earlier, in certain clubs, she lit. You lit, mommy? You lit, baby girl? Hold on. In certain clubs where, you kind of have a main girl. I'm not going to even be like, oh, yeah, we humble over here. But there was clubs that I worked at to where I was the main person there. So it would be like, I don't have to go on stage if I didn't want to. I could just work the floor. But when the crowd got, lit or whatever, I'd be like, okay, I'll go on stage. I'll do a set or I'll do two or whatever the case may be. Do my stage check, get off. And it is, what it is. People that set up, their, I don't want to say time because it's not time. Like literally if someone's in there and they want to keep giving money, they keep giving money or whatever. And then you just come after that. But in situations like that, those girls, I can say, that's why I think if she did get to work in this establishment and people were like, ooh, new meat. Yes, she was working there, and they seen her and there was some hating females in this establishment and was like, oh yeah, she's new. She from Cali. She don't even know about none of that here. And talked to some of the regulars there. And this regular was like, oh, they knew she was out of town. So they knew, oh, yeah, you don't got to wait for Uber. I'll take you to your room, We can hang out. I'll take you for dinner. I'll take you for, out here, we have places where you can go to like late night dinner or early morning brunch, whatever you want to call it. And it's like literally a 24-hour spot and you go and talk to them. I don't know what was the conversation between them. We only know what the dad has been told through employees at the establishment. So that's all we know. And so some people are like, oh no, well, why would they even know anything about her? Stop playing us now, okay? Because we do know when you walk into places like this, especially when you're out of town, when you go to the front, you talking to the girl in the front. You're going to be like, hey, what's this club about? What is this, and that? You could tell if she's shady or not, if she with the club or she with you. Like, hey, girl, let me tell you about this person. Or she really like eyeing you down. You can tell all these things if you have been in this industry for a while. You know where you are. So if she was able to tell the person in the front all these different things, yeah, that person would know, yeah, she was waiting for Uber because she was like, hey, I'm going to call an Uber. She would have told the girl, hey, I'm going to call an Uber because, they ain't in here messing with me or whatever. She could have been sitting in there talking or whatever. The guy comes out and is like, hey, you wait for Uber? I'll take you to your hotel. She already seen him in the inside, so she feels comfortable. They know him. Okay, I'll let him take me to my hotel. They taking too long? Okay. Never makes it to her hotel, according to what we're hearing in the news and stuff like that. Never made it to the hotel because they don't have any video of that. Do we know that for sure? No. But what we're hearing now, that is what it is. So if they never took her there, and this, with what I've been looking at with my research, is 11 minutes away from the club and 6 point something miles away from the club. So it's not that far. And now hearing the dad, because I was like, okay, was it a bloodied phone? When you hear a bloodied phone, what do you think of? A bloodied phone sounds like it's just covered in blood, right? So that would insinuate a lot more than just, oh, my daughter came into a crazy situation, to me. So I'm uploading the video that I will be comfortable playing with on here. Let me see if I could bring it directly on here, or if I have to do it through another source. And if I do, it's still going to be blurred out, but in my community section, I will play the full video because it's already out here. It's not like I'm exposing something that's not already out. So I feel comfortable with doing that, but not on this type of platform to just show the J's to y'all. I'm not cool with that part. So let me see if I can upload it onto here. So you got, okay, let me stop that. But if they say that you TikTok can play this, I'm sure I can. Let me make it not public so I could just show it on here. All right, so they're gonna upload it on there. So we're gonna watch a little bit of the lifestyle of Felicia Johnson. And am I putting anything down on her? No. Because I'm sure y'all could go on here and Google on me and be like, okay, this, and that. Do I care? No. Literally, this was some years back. And like I said, if push came to shove, Omi gonna still do it. Because Omi's not out here doing nothing to where it's like that at all. I never had to, and I just don't feel like I will. So let me go to here before I go to this next thing. What's the best club you worked at? And the worst club you worked at? Yo, there's too many to talk about, but let's talk about best clubs. So my favorite club was Strip Hop in Las Vegas, turned up to the max, bands on bands, like nice company until celebrities started to be stacked on stacked. Yeah, we got celebrities here and there, but when it was like stacked on stacked, it was like Omi was being thrown into like booths and things like that. And that's when I started to not have respect for the club, because it was like they didn't have respect for me. Just because, I ain't going to say any names, this person is saying, I want her over there. Why isn't she coming over here? Respect the fact that I don't want to be over there where all the girls are twerking and doing all that and trying to race for it out. I don't want to do that. That's not what I want to do. They didn't care. They throwing Omi into booths, over into windows and stuff like that. That's when I didn't like it. And then after someone passed away from our bouncers, still pushing them out of the club when they were like, look, I'm going to lose my life if I leave this club. They still pushed him out. As soon as he went out of the club, he was gunned down right in front of our club. And that's when the whole thing got shut down. So that was one of my good experiences. Miami, I went to a club, and I ain't gonna say, y'all better know what club I'm talking about. There's huge poles going all the way up and girls go all the way across. I wouldn't do that. But I'm saying, when I went in there, I wasn't working. I was just with my boys, and it was just like, whew, them girls was lit in there. And you know what? The conceited girls that came and just knew they was a shit, I was like, get them out of here. The more humble girls, I was like, come here, boo. Like, you come here. And I already knew they was working it because I was watching them, but they wasn't getting that much play because they already had the cameo girls in there that was trying to take their shine. I was like, you out of here. I want you. And they was in there working for their money. That's what I like. You know what I'm saying? So that was a good club that was in. Worst club I was in. Y'all gonna hear about that a little bit later because it was in Houston. Because I was like, yo, you asking me for what? Like, it was just crazy. And hearing what was going on in this room and that room and that room, it was hard for me to even just give a normal lap dance because I was like, I felt like I was out of place. Yo, it was going down in Houston when I went up there. That's not even like the real crazy one. I've had. We can make that a whole topic. So we'll make that a whole topic one day. Anyway, and this was a comment that I was responding to. J-Sav, yeah, eyes open. Sounds like a dramatic struggle. Thanks for doing these lives. Yes, always. I just want to give people. I don't want people to make decisions just because of what they think about clubs like this. I mean, by no means necessary am I a hoe or a prostitute. Never was. I've never had sex for money. I've never did anything like that for money. It was literally when I was at work, I was at work. When I was at home, I was at home. That was just it, period. And even I had to even prove to one of the guys I was with that I wasn't doing anything because he was like, you know what? How is this dude literally giving you 5 racks right now and you ain't did nothing? I said, I'll prove to you. Come with me. You can come with me. Literally drove out, went to Jamba Juice, went in the Jamba Juice, ordered my Jamba Juice. We chopped it up for all of like 5 minutes because he had to go back to work. He handed me 5 racks. I got in the car, threw it at him. And I was just like, what did I do for that? Like, literally, I'm always with you. What did I really do for that? And that was, listen, once these girls give up the nana, they're not even worth it. So if people thinking, oh, okay, you know, I got this girl, she do this, she do that. No, once they do that, like literally they'll give it up for $20. Nah, not I, Jack. If you got a girl that can know her worth, yes, they're gonna come like a revolving door because eventually they're gonna see, okay, I'm not gonna get to the golden prize. But who cares? There's more of them that are gonna come and go. And it's just that's how it goes if they're playing the game right. But I just never felt the need to have to actually do anything of that nature at all. I'm actually going to open up the panel because I'm not playing any videos this time. I'm just going to show you guys some videos of her lifestyle. And I don't want anybody to say anything negative. I will X you out of here. And it's not just because that's something that I've done. It's just to have respect over anybody's lifestyle. I don't care if it doesn't matter what it is. Everybody deserves to live their life like they live. So there it goes in the chat. Go ahead and pop up here. Anybody. You don't have to be a content creator. It could be anybody. Just speak your mind and be respectful. That's it. Let's see. Hold on. Let me bring up the next video I want to show. Oh, I didn't show this one yet. So I'm bringing this one up. Naomi, do they have what's known as a cast couch in Hollywood? You got to pop up here, Jeanette, because I don't know what that means. Cast couch? I never heard of that. I've never heard of that. I don't know what that means. So, okay. Hey, Jeanette.
Hey. I have to go, but I just wanted to pop up and ask because I don't know if my comment read right. But what I was wanting to know is in that industry, like because of the Me Too movement and, the casting directors getting in trouble for having sex with the women that they hire in Hollywood, in that industry, do you see stuff like that happening where there is like a casting couch for women that come in there for jobs? And do you know which clubs those are?
Sorry, I don't know about a casting couch or what that means, but I
Well,
do
I don't
know
mean that.
that. Go
That's the
ahead.
only way I can put it, where maybe the boss will ask for sex in exchange for employment.
Yo, when I talk about my main the club that I went to, the person that told me to come to the club in Houston, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. But this is why I got kicked out. Well, me and my friend got kicked out of the club in Houston, Onyx. I don't care about putting their name out there because it was grimy as hell. So when I went in there, me and her got on stage, we auditioned, whatever, we was able to work. It wasn't really an audition because once they seen us in our clothes, because they seen us in the back room, was like, okay, go ahead, work. I was out there with my Caucasian friend. Like I said, she's a little turned up, so she got a little hood to her. Anyway, so we go to the back, and like I said, at every club, there is a girl or two or three a crew. No more than that. Normally, one girl that's the main girl that is the main girl of the club. When I walked back there, this bitch was like, who the fuck is this bitch? That's exactly how she said it. And I just said, I got dressed because that's just not what I'm here for. I'm here to make money, whatever the case may be. So when I gone on stage, I went on stage, I got off stage. Me and her literally, I don't want to say got into it because I didn't go back and forth, but she was coming at me like, who you think you are coming in here like this, and this and that, whatever, whatever. I said, girl, you know what weekend this is. I'm not about to do this with you. So anyway, that girl obviously has pull with the house mom. So the house mom was like, well, we ain't got no locks here. I said, well, I got my lock because they don't want you to put your stuff in the lock without their locks or whatever. So I was like, I got my lock or whatever. So I locked it up. And she was like, you can't do that. And I was like, I know that's a lie. You can bring your lock and lock your stuff up. So I locked my stuff up anyway. And she was like, well, I'm going to have that cut off. And I was like, okay, I'm about to go on stage. I'll unlock it when I come off. She was like, by the time you come off, I'm going to have it unlocked. She didn't. But anyway, when I got off, the house mom was like, okay, so where my fee? And so me being nice, because I'm not going to be mean till I don't got to be there no more. So I wrapped in my $100 bill. I was like, here you go. And she was like, she stopped tripping on me after that because she seen I wasn't on here like trying to mooch off the club or anything like that. I don't really need to. So I probably went on like 2, maybe 3. I think it was probably 2 times after that because I was giving dances and stuff like that. But I know one set, I think it was like the crowd of people that the main girl of this club deals with. So she kind of talked to the DJ. So I couldn't get on the stage. Game recognized game. I understand because if you come to my club and I know it's my people in the building, I'm going to shut all that shit down and I'm going to get on stage because I know that's my time to make money. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, whatever. And then after that, it was crazy. Like, to get to the end of the night. So during all this time, the manager first was making little sly comments while we were in there. So during the night, he's getting me Hennessy shots, me and my girl Hennessy shots, all these little random shots. Me being young, I'm not thinking, okay, they could put anything in my drink. Luckily, they didn't. But towards, I'm getting a little faded or whatever. So now the manager sees that. So he's kind of like trying to press on me type deal. And I'm kind of like, yo, no, I already told you in the beginning or whatever. So when it's time to kind of like, I'm like, okay, we're going to leave. It wasn't like checkout time, but we were going to leave because I was tired. It was like our first night out there. We got the job the first day we got out there. I was tired. It was jet lag, whatever. And I was like, okay, we're going to leave or whatever. So he had us come in the office. We're trying to cash out and things like that. And so he's like, so what about me tonight? And I'm like, what about you tonight? So my thoughts are he wanted to be tipped out. So I'm like, okay, here's 100. Like, here you go. He like, I don't want that. He's like, so what about tonight? So there's one door, two doors to get in. So there's one like door you get in, and there's another door to that room. So he closed that door, and I'm like, fuck. Like, what did I get myself into? So I'm looking at my girl. I'm like, this ain't about to go down. So me and him start getting into it. Anyway, long story short, not going to say everything that went on in there because I'm just like, yo, we going to have to get down in here. A little bit of an abusive situation. Anyway, to where we get outside. So this is where they're like, we don't give a fuck about these girls outside. So we're outside. Some dude comes, right? And he's coming out the club. So he's like asking us questions about us and stuff like that. He's really talking to my homegirl, my Caucasian homegirl. And I'm just standing there. I'm letting her do her thing because she's younger than me. And I didn't want to really step on her toes or act like, I'm the mom of the situation. So I'm letting her do off that. All of a sudden, it's like, boom, he punches her in her face. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, where is the bouncers? You know what I'm saying? So I had a taser on me. Dumb ass, yes, have a taser on me, but you know how you put it on your wrist and then it connects into the taser. So if they take it from you, it won't tase them. Do you know what I'm talking about, Jeanette?
Yeah, but are you about to say you tased yourself?
No, I didn't tase myself. So I go to tase him, but how he hits my hand, it knocks it off of it. And he's like whooping her ass. So I'm on top of her. I'm not on top of her, on top of him, like hitting him. After like a long time, to me, it seemed like they were literally watching this shit on camera. And then it kind of broke up. So I was able to get her into the car. She had a black eye and everything. My lip was busted. Like, it was crazy. So we get to the hotel and we're thinking he's following us, which he was. So we had to keep circling around. We went to another hotel and acted like we were going to check in. And he was outside in the front. We stayed there for a while until he drove off. Anyway, we went back to our original hotel that we had already had. We put everything in front of the doors or whatever. But she was like done. She was like, I want to go home now. I was like, nah, bitch. Like, we going to nurse this shit. We going to get through this weekend. We did, but that's a story of how the clubs don't care about you. If you don't do what the managers want you to do, they don't care about you at all.
So my question is are there cases where they asked for sex, and could that have happened when she was interviewing and she said no?
Yes, because some places you can't
then...
even get a job if you don't give a blowjob. If you don't give, there are literally rooms when you go in to talk to these managers where there's beds in there set up. Those are the ones I always be like, sketchy. Like, nah, I'm cool. Those type of situations I'm good off of because it becomes a pimping HOE situation. And that's just not what I want to be a part of. Because I can't compute that. Me working and you trying to take it just doesn't compute to me. So oh my God.
So the girls
I get on the sword.
They know which like clubs have a like reputation for that?
Does who know?
Like the girls that would be going to apply.
I mean, like me going to another state, I wouldn't know. Me being in my own state, I know what clubs do that. Me going to another state, no, because the separate live I'm going to do, because it's going to be long, of the club I went to, all the stuff that was going on back there, I had never seen it being so openly done in my life until then. I've never seen that. Never. Until then. After that, I've seen it a lot, but then no.
Yeah, so that's what my comment was about. I'm going to jump down.
Okay, I'm going to play this video I played on my last live, and then I'm going to play some more just to get to know her. If anybody wants to pop up, I'm going to pop this into the chat. Janae, you can go ahead and pop down. I just wanted to understand
all right.
What you were saying. So that is down there if you guys want to pop up. But I'm going to pop this up real quick to play this, which I played on my last live. And then we're going to go to the next videos so that way I can upload this on here. Well, it should be uploaded now. She got a doggy style. She got up a hood. She on me a king. Pass me the jugs, my heart coming, this gon' be okay. Just go leave, okay. Baby, lead the way. Yeah. The way. But today, right now, I need you. Girl. My everything.
Red Cup gang, Johnson gang. Diamonds
Hey.
is grinding.
Wait, why is Hazel Johnson too? Period. I was about to say that. She got the doggy style. She got up a hood. She on me a king. All right, so I played that. I know I'm probably not going to be able to really put this video out there, but I just want to give you guys, it is what it is. And here's a video. I did blur it out, but I think they're not still going to let me be able to play it. And I'm not here to monetize things, okay, guys? If I can monetize it, I can monetize it. If not, that's not my agenda. My agenda here is to get the word out, spread awareness, and things like that. So here we go. Let me bring this up. Trying to talk to the littles. Hold on. I'm bringing this video up though. Hold on.
Since a little bitch, since a little hoe, I love the way you walk, love the way you talk. None of your come play, you a deep stuff, so throw it till I make you throw that bitch. Look at that ass. Cause she thick. Big boy, necklace, seriously, flexing, niggas, stressing, niggas out here pressing, niggas out.
So, I mean, I'm just saying, I don't feel like she wasn't in the lifestyle at all. She probably felt very comfortable with whoever she got into the car with, if that is true. And we're not going to sugarcoat it over here. We're going to keep it real because we want to find her, right? Or are we trying to leave things out of the box because we're trying to protect certain situations? No, that's not what we're doing. That's not what I'm doing. I want to let it be known because I feel like that's the best way of locating somebody is being honest. Period. So we're going to go to the next video. Stop sharing. Hey, Nat. Let's see. I'm going to go back through the comments real quick. Y'all, please don't forget. Please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Like, all I do is want to give you guys facts on these situations. We can all conversate about it, any and everybody, whether you think I agree with your opinion, I disagree. Everybody's opinion is valued over here. You can always come onto the panel, always, and express your point of view. That's all it's about. And yes, Lakeisha, this is very sad. And I'm pissed off that people are trying to make the dad be a victim now. Now she's a victim. Yeah, she's a victim. But should she be just because of the line of work? Because people cannot respect boundaries? No, we're not going to go for that. Everybody has to be accountable for themselves. And if someone says, no, that's not what I'm down with, that's not what they're down with. You said you were going to take me to my hotel room. That's where you need to take me. You take me there, and that's that. But it's hard nowadays. We can't have that trust no more. That's not what we can have. Because people, you got to be, I don't know. Sad to see her so happy knowing something would happen. Yes, at the prime of her life. 24 years old. Like I said, you guys, this is literally exactly 10 years younger than me. 10 years ago, this could have been me in Houston. She's from San Diego going to Houston. I'm from San Diego, went to Houston. This could literally be me. And this is why I'm so pushing for this case to be solved. She needs justice. Whether she's still with us or not, I'm not stopping. Because we are not, a lower grade or lower class of a female. Any woman on this earth should be equal to the same. We all birth out you men that are supposed to protect. So stop acting like a woman where a lot of the times these same men I'm talking about leave these women with children to go be with another woman or another man or whatever the case may be. Leave this woman with all the responsibility, and she knows I gotta do anything by any means necessary to make sure they're okay, that they don't experience anything that person experienced before, or even if they had a good upbringing and their parents are like, you got to handle that because those are your children. They're like, I don't want them to experience anything I never had to deal with. Now you're knocking their profession. I better knock me out. Like knock me out with all this BS because this just does not make sense.
So
make it make sense to me. Go ahead.
So Naomi, what I was saying about the casting couches in other entertainment industries, that's what they call it. So they were
casting couch. I've never heard
right.
That.
So that's what they say Harvey Weinstein was doing, or even Hugh Hefner, that he would require that the women have sex with him in order to be a lot of times in his magazine.
See, and I have a problem with that. Like,
so I was asking if that existed there.
I'm gonna do a whole live on casting couch. I need to look into it, and I'm gonna do a whole live on casting couch because I don't understand that. Like, I really do take sex differently. And being honest, though I have been in a situation to where I was drugged and it was taken from me, that was the time I felt most violated in my life. Like,
Right.
yo, I had no say or anything. To me, that's mine. Let me want to give it out. And I feel like a man should want the woman to say, I want you to have this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And for that to be taken kind of messed me up in a way, you know? And I don't know. I just don't find that something to be lightly. Some girls are just like, whatever, I could throw it, I could throw it, I could throw it. Me, and I don't know if it's between my upbringing, it's something sacred to me. Like, yeah, I could be sensual, I could be seductive, I could be whatever, whatever. But when it comes to that actual act, it's completely different to me. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it comes from my mother not being from the States, because she thinks of it completely different as well. And so I think that thought process comes from her. And I've had friends to be like, be like, it is what it is. You gotta just, you gotta give it. And I don't see it like that. I just don't. And my friends that say that, I have made more money than them, and they'll be like, "Well, how are you getting money for just doing this, this, and that?" And I'm like, because you guys are giving them what they want, so they can belittle you and say, "I'm gonna give you $20 for this."
Right.
Literally, for my conversation, my time is money. Like, no, like, I would like them to have a good time or whatever, but do I feel like I need to give you my vajayge for you to have a good time? That means you're only using me for one thing and it's nothing else about me. Then you can have another woman for that, because if she just wants a vajayge, then you just go getting a vajayge and you're good. Like, it has nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, on an intellectual level. I don't know if that makes sense, but I just look at it differently.
Right. So that's all my question was about that and that industry. I was just wondering if it was
Lakeisha, do you want to pop up here? I think you should pop up. I'm gonna put this down here.
Yeah, I have to go. I'm gonna go to this track meet. So
yeah,
but I'll
you gotta
listen
go
to you in
record
the
easy.
Yeah, I'll listen to you.
I have a whole nother live after this one to do. Like, I have so many things to talk about. This whole thing is like pissing me off right now. Lakeisha, go ahead and feel the need to pop up so we can have like a conversation about that. It's not Hollywood music industry. It gets dirty. It gets real dirty out here in these streets. What are you sorry for, love? You don't gotta be sorry. Don't ever tell me sorry. You can apologize, but never be sorry, babe. It's I don't respect pimps either, because it's like, either you're gonna be supporting this woman that is, helping out whatever situation you're in. Hopefully you got some going for yourself as well, and you're bringing some to the table. But if not, like, I just don't have respect for anybody like that that's out there doing those types of things. Okay, so let's go on to her IG. We just want to take a nice little glimpse in on her life and who she is as a person. And I don't want anybody out here to be judgmental. If that's what you're coming out here to do, this isn't the life for you. All right, here we go. So this is her Instagram. And like I said, she has pictures by my same photographer. Gorgeous young lady. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Wait, why is there no sound? Well, maybe we don't need sound because I don't want them to flag me because this ain't TikTok. So this is her.